and his friends see you as nothing more than workers to be disposed of. They got rid of tens of thousands of federal workers. They don't give a damn about you.
We all know that Bernie Sanders and AOC has been on this tour lately, and we're going to take a look at some of what they've been doing on that tour, but we're also going to take a look at some of our other young Democrats who have been in the fight and taking it to the Maga Republicans. We all gonna have to get behind them so we can win in the midterms next year. So we're just gonna go ahead and take a look at some of what our Democrats have been up to over the past few years and grab some of this pride from what they've been doing on our behalf.
Thank you. Now, as a fellow New Yorker, I think one of the things that we should talk about here is also one of the disgusting legacies after 9/11 has been the targeting and racism against Muslim Americans throughout the United States of America. And this is an extension of that legacy. Consistency, there is nothing consistent with the Republican Party's continued attack except for the racism and incitement of violence against women of color in this body. I had a member of the Republican caucus threaten my life, and you all and the Republican caucus rewarded him with one of the most prestigious committee assignments in this Congress. Don't tell me this is about consistency. Don't tell me that this is about a condemnation of anti-Semitic remarks when you have a member of the Republican caucus who has talked about Jewish space lasers and an entire amount of tropes and also elevated her to some of the highest committee assignments in this body. This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me, because I didn't get a single apology when my life was threatened. Thank you.
Better give AOC her trophy. She was on fire in that one. We all know what she was speaking about when she said the Jewish space lasers. But you don't really want to get under AOC's skin. And she's a young lady who's grown a whole lot since she's been there. She does her homework. She's very intelligent. And I'm so proud that she's a Democrat and a part of the party that I share with her.
The gentleman reserves. The gentleman from Massachusetts is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I'm happy to yield 2 minutes to the gentleman from Colorado, a distinguished member of the Rules Committee, Mr. Nagus.
The gentleman is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank the chairman for yielding. You know, my colleagues on the other side of the aisle talk a big game about deficit reduction. When they used the same parliamentary procedure, budget reconciliation, when they were in power and in control of this majority, they blew a $2 trillion hole in the deficit. House Democrats here today, putting people over politics, have put a bill on the floor that would reduce the deficit by billions of dollars. And apparently that's not enough for my colleagues on the other side of the aisle. This bill will lower costs, it will create better paying jobs for the American people, and it will invest in climate action and the existential threat of our time facing my constituents in Colorado. Since 1982, Colorado has experienced natural disaster after natural disaster that has cost our state over $55 billion, including the most destructive fire in the history of my state just this past December. It is time for us to take this climate crisis seriously, and that's exactly what this bill does, through investments in R&D, through investments in energy storage and battery technology, and so much more to enable our transition to a clean energy future. I'm proud to support this bill because I believe it delivers for the American people, and I certainly urge my colleagues to support it as well. And with that, Mr. Speaker, I yield back.
Representative Joe Nagus, a really sharp guy. Whenever he speaks, he's always on point. Very intelligent man, another one that I'm proud to share a party with. Right there in the background, the late Sheila Jackson Lee. It warms my heart to see her. And so we're going to go ahead on and see the rest of this video, but that was Representative Joe Nagus bringing it to the table like he always does on climate change, where we're trying to help us keep up with the rest of the world with the AI and chips and the EV battery manufacturing and all. That's what we were doing as Democrats. Hopefully we can take back the House and the Senate next year so we can get back to doing that, bringing this country along with the rest of the world.
For 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. No, that's exactly right. It's CR Day on Capitol Hill. And what is going on with Republicans? I mean, President Trump puts out a tweet and says, please, and all of a sudden, just flip-flops. But you know what? Let me do some mean tweets about how you feel about CRs when you're in the minority only. And the first one actually is from the gentleman from Texas. And it says, it's Groundhog Day in the House chamber, all the time, every day. Yet again, spending money we don't have, apparently only when he's in the minority. Another one from a colleague, comparing continuing resolutions to attending a P. Diddy party. In any given year, another colleague says, if Congress raises the debt ceiling, passes a CR, and rams through an omnibus bill, no member of Congress should receive a paycheck. That's awkward for you guys. How many of you are going to give back your paycheck? Another colleague, I've never voted for a CR. You sent me to Congress to cut wasteful spending, and I'm a woman of my word. You can guess who that is. And this one, this is my favorite. What does a CR stand for? It stands for capitulating Republicans, caving Republicans, said by a Republican. And you know what? I'm going to miss the Never CR group. I mean, they were great, but they're breaking up. And it was great to see them live while they were together. They had lots of fans. I'm going to miss them. I mean, they were mostly a boy band, okay? Some of them are going solo. Appears it's only Thomas Massey. But you know what? Something tells me there'll be a reunion, but only when they're in the minority. And to quote Representative Massey, talking about Republicans, I guess deficits only matter when we're in the minority. So listen, go home to your families, turn in your voting cards, give Trump the gavel, because that is what has happened to your entire party. You don't need to be here. He tells you to do something, you jump. And so what's going on in the world? Another representative brought what's going on in the world in the last 30 days. Well, let's see. Egg prices are up. Goods are up. Stock market is down. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Representative Moskowitz, you know they don't care anything about the deficit or the debt. They're gearing up to come back to Congress and try to get through a $4 trillion tax cut for the top 1%. They're billionaire donors. So yeah, and they are the party that assisted Donald Trump in adding $8 trillion to this country's debt. But they constantly come in talking about they care about the debt and the deficit. We all know that that's not the truth. So thank you, Mr. Moskowitz, for driving Mr. Comer really crazy up there in Washington and the rest of the Republicans as well. You look like you have a really good time doing it. I appreciate you.
Do you know what we're here for? You know we're here about AG.
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order.
Mr. Chairman,
that's beneath
even
the
order of your committee.
Order.
I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Green's words. That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down. Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play.
Baby girl? I don't think
we are going to move, and we're going to take your words down.
I second that motion.
So, you agree to strike your words?
Yeah.
Okay. Ms. Green agrees to strike her words.
I believe she needs to apologize. No.
Okay, hold on. Then after Mr. Perry's going to be recognized, then Ms. Green
I'm not
has 4 minutes and
apologizing.
21
Well,
seconds.
then you're not striking your words.
I am not apologizing.
Now let's go. Come on, guys.
It's me.
Ms. Crockett.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's
I'm trying to find clarification on what qualifies.
Chairman, motion to strike those words.
I had no idea what you just said.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just
You just voted to do it.
Y'all did it first, so you don't want to talk about
voted to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get clarification.
Look at calm down.
No, because this is what y'all do. So I'm trying to get
Ms.
clarification.
Crockett, you're not recognized.
Ms. Crockett, everybody remembers that moment the bleach blonde, bad built butch body. I'm surprised I was able to say it just now. But Miss Crockett is another one we should all be proud of and be ready to get behind and do whatever we can to assist her in trying to help move our party forward and by doing that, moving this country forward. We have got to get this House and Senate back, guys, and we are looking forward to some of these fights that we're seeing right here on this screen right now. It's going to take all of us. It's going to take a really huge effort, but we can do it. Okay, let's finish this video off.
Donald Trump looks out at this crowd and they pay attention to this stuff, and Elon Musk does. You are scaring the hell out of them.
It's amazing. They talk about Bernie Sanders gets 2,000-3,000 people.
He lied. There are people a half a mile away.
Elon is so desperate to try and discredit this grassroots movement.
And instead of facing the reality that working class people are fed up with billionaires like him, Musk decides to claim the crowd was full of paid protesters.
Anybody here get paid to come today? So I invite the president to come to LA. Tell the people here why you think it's a great idea to cut Medicaid and nutrition and health care so you can give tax breaks to billionaires. The people of LA would love to hear that. Musk and his friends see you as nothing more than workers to be disposed of. They got rid of tens of thousands of federal workers. They don't give a damn about you. And what we have got to do is say, sorry, we are human beings. Because they know what you know and what I know is that they are the 1%, we are the 99%. They own Congress, they own the White House, but they don't own us. Now, I'm not going to tell you that it's going to be easy. It's not. We're going to have to fight them door to door, workplace to workplace, school to school. We're going to have to educate. We're going to have to mobilize. We're going to have to stand up in a dozen different ways. But from the bottom of my heart, and I've been to every state of this country, I don't care whether you're Republican, Democrat, or Independent. The people of this country do not want oligarchy. They do not want authoritarianism. And they want a government that works for all of us, not just the 1%.
Senator Sanders, we're blessed to have him. He's a guy that never shy away, speaks his mind, and he's one of our proud Democratic caucus members. This is what it's going to take. He said it. It's not going to be easy. Well, guys, I'm going to try my best to do my part. I'm going to do a little bit more than contributing my hard-earned money and doing my little bit on social media. I started this channel, whether I'm going to have 10 subscribers or 100,000 subscribers by the time that midterms roll around. I wanted to have a voice. I wanted to have an amplified voice this time, and this is exactly why I started this channel. So I ask you guys to give me a little bit of support, and I'm going to try to do exactly what these Democrats are doing and get our party to where we need to be. All positive vibes about our Democratic Party, because that's what it's going to take to defeat Maga and the Republicans. See you on the next one. I ask you guys to like and subscribe and share with your friends.